And what a good morning it is. We're going to be working more on this guy here. I want to refine this just a little bit more. I'll show you what. I'm going to explain it as we go along. But today, after we get that little bit of refining done, I start working on the blade proper. Bingo bango. So before we turn the forge on, there's a few things I want to do to this. You never want a square corner. And these corners here are a little too square. What we're going to do is we're going to file these edges down just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit, just round them over slightly. And then I want to take a chisel, and now that I have these little places marked, I know I need to twist things around here. I need to move this tine over this way. We'll get to that. But I want to chisel these marks in so that when I drive this down again, I get a nice deep, deep impression, and this kind of seats around the whole of the blade. Tighten this up just a little bit more. There we go. So how are we all doing today? There's a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Actually, just leave that right there. Let's get this Dooney, Donnie, whatever. Message retracted. Well, good morning, I suppose. Hey brother, from the scrap pile it looks like you had a stab at making a 4-poster bed. I made a few. I've made quite a few. New York, North Carolina tyrant hunter. The Bam Man is in the house. Interesting. And what the hell? Let's see. That in frame, that is in frame. Always the Bam Man hidden. Yeah, YouTube's weird. But yeah, so I'm gonna get these guys here. Now that I have them marked, I'm gonna get them with a chisel. Because I want the shoulders to set about here, at least halfway down. And then we can worry about refining the ends and stuff. What are you up to this morning? I'm working on a sword. What are you doing? Here's the sword. But I want to get this done before I do anything else to this, so that, well, I don't have to worry about it, and I don't have to worry about, you know, messing up the temper with hot fitting and all this other jazz. So that's what I'm doing here. Working on the quillions. Once that's done, we go on to working on the blade proper, which we're almost there. In fact, we're very close to being there. And handsome kid, hello, how we doing? I know, I thought we were going to be done with all this last week, but the more I thought about it, the more I wanted that to be a deeper set, so it'd have more support for the ricasso. I thought that was just a small pickaxe set. Nope, it's cross guard for a sword I'm working on. Do I have my hearing protection? No, I don't. Skipped my coffee this morning, so gotta do some Red Bull. Shit. That was dumb. I almost melted my vape. It was sitting on the forge. That could have been bad in all the wrong ways. We're gonna get that off to the side and let that cool down. That was really dumb. I do dumb things every now and then. There it is. There's the earplugs. Now, someone last week, I believe it was last week, said something along the lines of there's some sort of hearing protection to have a microphone and noise canceling and stuff. I don't know why, but I feel like you're the type of guy that disappears after graduation and comes like a freaking Nikola Tesla. I'll take that as a great compliment. And yeah, I pretty much did just disappear off the face of the earth. Still kind of am. So all I really do is go to work, and then go to work, then go to sleep, wake up and go to work, and then go to work again. I really need to make a new apron. This one started getting holes and stuff in it. I do like the design of this one. I got this one off Amazon. It's fantastic. If you need one, get one. It's like thick duck cloth and stuff. Had this for about 5 years, 6 years. It's taken the abuse pretty well. Hey, it still works. Hooray! Heavy hammer. Sharp chisel. I'll go a little bit deeper. We'll figure it out. I'm kind of thinking I could do the rest of the refining for that in the solid fuel forge. That might be what we end up doing. I'm going to think about that for a little bit, but I think that's what probably going to be the course that we take. Is we're going to take that, put that in the solid fuel forge. Once I get this done for the refining. So I think for the rest of this show, if I get this done, we're going to work on doing the blade. If I can get this set nicely. We'll see. Let's go over here again. Where's the tongs are? There they are. I want to see what kind of impression I can get on this round. Yeah, that's really good. Start melting the whole thing. Where we go? Kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. And that's why I didn't want to work on the blade first, because I'm still going to be pounding on this area. I wouldn't want to screw up the work any more than necessary. I cannot read your name, but hello, nonetheless. guys, or guys, gals, whatever. Like, do you have any projects you're working on? Do you have any questions for me? I'd love to answer them all. I'd love to hear about what you guys are working on too. It's more fun that way. Better, but we're not quite there. We'll get there though, I promise. Also, in the mess of my shop, I ran into a problem. You're gonna laugh at me for this, but nonetheless. And Kubain said hello. Well, hello to you too. I lost my maker's mark. I'm sure it's here somewhere. But sadly, I can't finish these guys until I got it. Looks like you would clean up your work space so you have more room to work. Yeah, I need to. I honestly do need to. Kind of get in the middle of things and happens. This is no longer my full-time job, so I gotta make space and time when I can, where I can. And still somehow keep my bills paid. Got her. Buddy, I can't. better. Let's see. LOL, I know how that goes too. Yeah. It's one of those things. You can't tell. But a few weeks ago, I did go on a cleaning spree before I did my last larger job, which was building that entertainment center for my house. I know it's a personal project, but still, I need to edit the video for that. I need to find the time to edit the video for that. But the forge, the smithy, kind of got neglected in that cleaning spree because it was for the wood shop area. And Beto, Prestabera, not sure what that is, $5 each. Still not sure. On the store, $5 each. For what? New Maker's Mark, or to get someone to come clean my shop? Because I would totally pay someone. Almost ready for another round. Okay, you know what? I'm pretty happy with that now. Message retracted for the beard. Oh, you talk about for like beard beads and stuff? Yeah, I make those. I think I make them for $8. I have some lying around somewhere. I just can't remember where. These poor tongs are going to have to, fix these guys here up a little bit. That's better. Good as new. get that all cleaned out on a solid fuel forge. That way I can keep kind of the heat isolated to right here. And I don't mess with any of this stuff here. And I'll get these drawn out in kerf and stuff. That's a future problem. Let me just put a quick round through this on for normalization. And then we'll work on the blade. Gotta move some stuff here. I'm just rearranging the fire bricks. Give me just one moment, guys. That's glowing. Singed my hand a little bit. First time in months this is. Oh, let me get the other guy out first. Set it off to the side. Pretty, ain't she? I just want to straighten this out a little bit here. Did take a good amount of abuse. And then what we're going to do is we're going to be squishing all of this so I can get a nice focused heat, or so I can get a good medial ridge going down in here and get some thickness to it. And then I can come back and put in the diamond facets. But I want this ricasso area to kind of stay as it is. I'm not going to touch this. Otherwise, if I touch those shoulders there, it'd ruin everything we did. And I don't like doing work twice. So where's that other guy? So yeah, next week you're going to see this guy in action. Could have started with a thicker piece of stock. Perhaps I should have. But I found that, it's an 1/8 inch. Yeah, it's a good profile for blade, thickness for blades. Yeah, I should have started with something thicker. But, make mistakes, you live, you learn. Hopefully, it works out in the end. I think it will. Half hour, we have a half hour left. I think we can do some good work today, don't you? I do. Hopefully we can. And the steel I'm using is 1095. It's the one I'm most familiar with. It has a good. It takes a temper nice and easy. It's very forgiving. It's very nice. And all the scraps can be made to use your generic, your generic Damascus. Just need to grab some 15 and 20. Where a power hammer would come in very handy. Oh, I'm still working on the sword, but now I think we've moved past the guard and we're working on the blade. So I'm getting this shrunk down a little bit so I can get some more thickness to it. And then, well, let me get this back and then I'll talk. So I'm trying to get some more thickness into it so I can have a bit of a thicker medial ridge, give it some more rigidity. I'm still going to put a fuller in there so it keeps that springiness and gets the width. But yeah, I got the shoulders sunk down into the guard about halfway through. And Chance, hello, Josie, hi. Hello, Josie, hello, Chance. How we doing today? And yeah, I think it is pretty nice. So, I'm finally moving on to the blade. I still have work to do to the guard, but that's a job for the solid fuel forge. And since I have the gas forge lit up today, we're going to work on that. What am I doing? I'm working on a sword. Message held for review. Good hope. How are you? Show. Doing fantastic. I'm doing absolutely fantastic. And thank you. So you can see I've shrunk it down considerably. What's the width on it now? So I went from 1.5 inches down to 1 inch. I want to go a little bit smaller. Like I said, so I can thicken up the center so I can get that medial ridge before I start putting the facets on it. It'll get drawn back out to 1 inch, 1.5 inches. So I think that's a pretty good width for a blade. But it'll have a diamond profile then. And really, that's what we're going for. What am I making, Josie? I'm making a sword. Where is it? Here's the crossguard that we were working on today. Got the shoulders sunk in there. I still got to fix, get this piece moved from there over to there. That's okay. That should be easy enough. Then I want to thin these out at the ends and kind of give them a curl up. That's all. That's work for the solid fuel forge. So we're working on the bladed proper today. And I'm starting to run out of gas. What am I making? I'm working on a sword. A blacksmith on my FYP. Hello, Ray. Awesome. Dean DePless. Can you make alien thingy? Not sure exactly what an alien thingy is or what alien thingy you're talking about, but I'm sure I can at some point. I'm still on here for another 15 minutes, buddy. If you have a question, you gotta go ask her. Nice! Thank you. So hopefully the gas will last for the next 15 minutes so we can finish this out for the day. Hello, Mr. Knightsmith. Hope your day is going well. It's going fantastic. Thank you. Hope your day's going pretty good too. Haven't made any critical errors yet, so let's hope that holds true. Then I'll definitely be having a good day. If you guys like what I'm doing, and you want to support me and see me do more cool projects or forge for longer, go over to my Patreon, which is patreon.com/Knightsmith. I want to get a bigger shot, better shot. I want to get a power hammer. I need to start grabbing that with a his teeth's moving too fast. Ray, that's wonderful to hear. I'm having a lovely day too. Just bake some muffins. Ooh, muffins! Did you bring enough to share? I don't know if you can tell, but I am quite food motivated. What time is it around me? Almost noon, I believe. I am on the East Coast of the United States, so it's Eastern Standard Time. So it's almost noon. Yeah, where's my blade tongs? Really aren't good for holding a stock this size either. Another reason why I should have different stock to use, but we'll worry about that next time. Lessons learned and all that jazz, right? Right. Take this. Oop. Oopsie. That's a better hold. Oh, it's only 9 for me. So where does that put you? That puts you on the West Coast, right? You're on Pacific time. Is that Pacific time? I think it's not Pacific time. Either way, this is around the time, you know, sometimes I start at 10:30, sometimes I start at 10, sometimes it's 11, and I go for an hour and a half, hour to 2 hours, usually about an hour. So you can come along and watch this, watch me finish this out every Sunday. Kevin said hi. Oh, I was right. Awesome! I got my time zones right. Yeah, starting to run out of gas. And Jamal Jamali said hi. Hello, Jamal Jamali. How are we doing? Go to church? No, I do not. And Kevin is from Germany. Well, hello from Germany. Very glad for you to join us today. Now, what time is it over for you over in Germany? You're what? 5 hours ahead of me? 6 hours ahead of me? I know from my one friend who lived in Israel, she was about 7 hours ahead. So how far ahead of me are you? Like, what time zone is it from you? And Train Guy 221. Hi from England. It's 5 p.m. here. So England's 5 hours ahead. It's almost noon here. So Germany has got to be 6 hours ahead? Maybe she said she was more. I can't remember. It's been a few years since I talked to her. All right. Shake it up a little bit here. One more. Should be back. There we go. Dial Doe says hi. From your mama's draw. Oh, cool. And Josie, do I ever go to church? No. And no matter how many times you people ask me to go to church, I will not. boss from dying. What are you sorry for? But people can't leave me alone and watch just talk about making stuff and doing cool things. That's the nature of the world. At least this is one of the more tame chats I've had. Some of the live stream chats get a little wild. So if between that and people ask me to if I go to church, I'd rather the church crowd. Because at least they're not disgusting. But, hey, that's life, right? I can't choose who watches me. I can just choose to how I interact with them. And Paul, hi for Ash. Hello for Ash, I guess. You know, maybe with this whole church crowd, maybe I should put in something like, if you donate over $500, I'll go to for every person who donates $500, I'll go to church once. See what happens. Do I like my anvil? I do. I could stand to get another one. A bigger one, maybe. But this one it was all right. I got it for $10. I don't know what name it is. It's about 100 pounds, 150 pounds. It's a good hard surface. It's only 3.5 inches wide, though, which is a little narrow. Buddy, I can't. I'm on live still for another 10 minutes. Next week it's your birthday. Well, Josie, happy early birthday. If I don't see you before then, happy birthday. Hope you have a great one. And to come down to it, I have several anvils. This is the best one. The other ones were given to me. At this price, this is pretty much given to me anyways. But it's funny. Alright, we're gonna use the rest of the heat that I have in this forge here to clean this up. About 10 minutes, buddy. Then I'm all yours. Cool. I gotta switch back to my favorite hand. Hooray! Yeah, I wish I could tell you what type of anvil this was, but no clue. Sorry. It is a good one though. I meant the anvil stand. The anvil stand's about 140 pounds, 150 pounds when it's fully loaded. And thank you so much. You're welcome. You deserve have a good birthday, and have people celebrate you for your birthday. Because at the end of the day, what else do we have? You gotta have fun where you can. We're just on a very special little ball, flying through space at Mach Jesus, orbiting a giant nuclear reaction in the abyss that itself is flying wildly through space. It is kind of wild when you sit down and think about it and how amazing the world is. You celebrate every revolution you can. And hopefully, you can do much with your time. back to anvils. I got a lot of anvils for free. I get a lot of my metal for free, and I got a lot of my tools for free. Some I've made. I've bought very little, but it seems that when people find out you're a blacksmith, the metal fairy starts dropping stuff off in front of your shop. Which is sometimes a blessing and sometimes a curse. Let's see. Tritvia abscons. Days. I murdered your name and I am sorry. But hello nonetheless. Josie said hi again. Hello. And hey, hell yeah, I don't know how I got here, but I love it already. Algorithm sent me. Well, you, my friend, have a great algorithm. Hello and welcome. We're just about done, so your algorithm got you here a little late, but I will be back next week. I'm here pretty much every Sunday, minus, if I got a migraine or something. So hit that little subscribe button with the doobly-doo with the bell thingy. Over here we do woodworking, blacksmithing, leatherworking, laser engraving, seamstress work, and all sorts of other stuff on the making side of things. And then I want to bring back my Monday and Wednesday shows again at some point too. We talk about manliness and philosophy and stuff. I think those will be good. Subscribe. All right. I'm just trying to warm this up a little bit so I can not anneal it. It's not going to have enough heat or time to anneal. But I do want to kind of normalize a little bit. So we're going to get it nice and hot, and then we're going to pop it in the vise to air cooler. Buon momento, por favor. Spicy hot. All right, nice and. That's not too bad. I didn't get it all the way down to the 1 inch mark, and I think I want to go down to 3/4 and then work it back from there. I think we did pretty good. Let's see. What days do I normally stream? I almost always stream on Sundays, Eastern Standard Time. I usually try to start between 10 and 11, and I do about an hour. So it depends on when I wake up, if I have the kiddo with me, if I just came back from a trip, whatever. But I try to do my live streams every Sunday. Minus, getting sick or whatever. I do want to start coming back out with regular content Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like I used to. That's it. I want to get into metalwork. I work on guitars in my spare time. That is awesome. I haven't done any lootering work really, but I do want to at some point. I think it'd be fun. And what am I making? I'm working on a sword. Just a nondescript, kind of sort of English longsword type thing. The idea is to have a nice diamond profile. I want the blade itself, including the ricasso, to be about 36 inches long, which is longer than standard, but I'm larger than standard. I want it to be I'm not sure if I want to do a two-hand grip, a full two-hand grip yet, or hand and a half. We pretty much finished working on the guard. Just got to do some cleanup work, but that's going to be on the solid fuel forge. This guy. So I don't need gas for that. I want more precise heats for that. Let's see, what else is there? That's going to be the blade. Oh, the handle. So I'm going to do like a hand and a half, maybe two-hand blade. I'm going to put a spacer in the center. All the hardware is going to be steel, but it's going to hot brass it so it all fits nicely. And I'm planning on doing black walnuts for the handle. I want to do like an octagonal twisted handle all the way down to the pommel. And I think I want the twist going one way, then a spacer in the center, then to reverse the twist, just for pretties. And the pommel, I'm thinking I'm going to do like a teardrop type pommel, but I want the faceting to continue down through. Let's see. So yeah, right now I'm making a sword. Sorry for being a little quiet. I'm doing the dishes. Oh, that's fine. You take your time, you do the dishes, make sure you do a good job. When do you have a wife? Is this business so you can make money? Ideally, I will have at least one partner, life partner. And yes, I do want to make this back into a full-time business again. Hopefully, it can be my sole income, and that's my plan. And I do make a decent amount of money. It's just not reliable money yet. So like I'll get like a $7,000 commission or a $15,000 commission, among with a bunch of other, $100 and $200 commissions here and there. So yes, I do want this to be my full-time job. Again, it was for a long time. Then I had to stop and do everything. Sorry, I didn't mean to put when. I do not currently have a wife any longer. I'm divorced, and I do have a child, which is why I need to have a reliable job, as well as this as my side hustle. And badass amigo, can't wait to see the finished product. Thank you. Are you exclusively working on it on the stream, or will you finish it behind the scenes and show us afterwards? This blade here is going to be finished almost exclusively on the live stream. I'm not going to do all of the grinding and polishing, all that bullshit, because that's boring. But all the forging and a lot of the detail work and the highlighting pieces is going to be on live stream only. And then maybe I'll compress this all down, gather all the live streams and edit it into a more cohesive narrative that people can watch. But this is probably going to be almost entirely done on live stream. It's a mono steel blade, so there's no etching. And I'm anticipating putting this up for sale for about $1,000, maybe a little less, at the shop where I sell almost everything I make, which is Union Vapors in Dixon City, Pennsylvania. It's also where I'm going to be throwing a couple of these guys up. Because I got a commission for 6. Figured 6, why not just make 8 and have 2 for sale? These are just 1/4 inch mild steel throwing knives. They're not going to be sharp on the edges. They're mostly for looks. But I decided to make them mild because 1, it'd be cheaper for my client. And 2, it would be more durable. So, let's see. And when I get a wife, we need to meet her. You will. When I get my next wife and I have a ring on my finger, she will be on the show. And are you sure it's going to be a wife and not a husband? Judging by the comments on here, I must look very flamboyant. Not in this video, but in general. Anyways, guys, I am now past my hour of streaming. So, thanks for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. You made this a fun time. If you want to support me and see me get a bigger shop with a power hammer so I can take care of some of this more tedious stuff a little bit faster and work on the pretties, go over to patreon.com/Knightsmith. Even $1 a month helps. Don't knock the boring work. It's like ASMR for people who like working with their hands. You know what? Maybe I'll do an ASMR video of me just working on, filing, finishing, sanding, all that stuff. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. And thank you for helping make this world better. One kerf at a time. And I'll see y'all next week. At least I hope so. And hello, Devin Y. Sorry you came in at the very end, but I appreciate you too, even though you're at the end. Bye-bye.